Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of CookieCast. Today on CookieCast, it's Straight to the Apex, our Formula One podcast. All the guys are here, they're talking Formula One, races gone, races to come, race news, predicting races, everything you could possibly want from a Formula One podcast, all in one place. Whew! It's good, it's good. Before we get started, please do consider like, share, subscribe and comment. Leave a review where you can leave a review. The big one, share the podcast around. It's a great podcast. Everybody deserves to know that. So if you've got a friend that's into the Formula One, send them this podcast. And even if they're not into the Formula One, send them it anyway. Because, you know, it'll turn them onto the Formula One. Right. Let's get started. Here we go. This is CookieCast. Straight to the Apex.
Good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, depending on where you are and where you're listening or watching. This is Straight to the Apex. F1 podcast, video on all platforms. I'm your host, T-Dog, for this episode. Season 3, Episode 2, Saudi Arabia, Jeddah Street Circuit. I'm joined by Mark and James, or Jimmy, as it's known as this episode. How are we doing?
Not bad. I got a little bit confused when you couldn't figure out what my name was, but yeah, that kind of explains it.
Nice.
I thought you said dimension or something.
No, I'm fine. I am absolutely, so focused right now. So clear-headed. Just been to the gym, so a little bit sweaty, but we'll sort that out later. Are you guys all right? What have you been up to?
Not much. I was in bed all weekend, ill, which was nice.
Oh, yeah. You got this? Is it COVID?
It's not. It's 3. God knows. I mean,
sorry.
Sorry. It's gone round the office, and it got me good. Got me good. But hey, we're still here.
I've got. James?
Go on, carry on.
I always forget to do this on my phone. Apologies.
Hey Google, is James beautiful?
No.
Oh, ignore.
No, it's not working. It'll work now. Hey Google, play XXX.
Oh, damn it! No. It was working before we started recording. Never mind.
Oh well. Well, it'll learn to turn that off. At least we've got something against him now if he decides to go incognito.
You could say, hey, Google, beep that out. Andy, we've saved you a job. We'll just tell Google to beeper him out.
Google's tapped out. Anyway, so back to the racing. What did we all think this weekend? What was the theme?
More shit.
Same shit, different race.
Yep.
Is Max destroying F1 slowly?
No, not Max. Not all. You can't blame him. Yeah, I mean, he's absolutely phenomenal.
The car's leaps ahead, isn't it? It's just sad. And they just rose to the top, just like Perez. I think Ollie Behrman was probably the standout story of the whole weekend, really, as 18-year-old youngest Ferrari driver ever. That was pretty insane. I can't remember what I was doing at 18, but I definitely wasn't racing F1 cars.
I mean, he did very well. Should he have done a bit better? Possibly, but I wouldn't say it was the biggest story of the weekend.
Wow, what did you think was the biggest story?
Well, it's part 2 of Christian Horner Red Bull Gate.
Oh, well, since you've gone there, let's go. The news. And we've got part 2, or chapter 2, in Christine Horner's
Dirty, sleazy corner.
Novel.
Yeah, that's what it shall now be known as. Horner's Sleazy Corner.
Sleazy corner.
Yeah.
Updaters.
In brackets, allegedly.
Allegedly. It's all allegedly, guys. Allegedly.
Yeah.
Out of brackets, not allegedly.
Well,
so what have you heard? What's the next chapter, Mark? What have you heard now?
I mean, all I'll say is, and I'm not. So I was talking to someone at work, Alex, who's big into F1, loving this conspiracy at the minute. He pointed out someone very high up in Red Bull was missing from the pit wall this weekend. A female who's always at the races. Now, obviously, this weekend, this alleged person got suspended by Red Bull.
Yeah, that was a shame.
Yeah, which I'm guessing we'll talk about. We've probably all got views on. But I'm not saying it's her, but Hannah Schmidt, the strategist, the senior strategist, was missing this weekend.
I mean,
she sits near she sits near Horner as he put his hand on her knee, a bit under the pit wall, you know.
Has he got a fancy for her?
Yeah. But
James, go on. Sorry, finish off, man.
No, that's yeah. I mean,
James. I mean, what's your verdict on this? I mean, you've got in your eyes the most gorgeous woman on planet Earth, well, second most gorgeous planet on Earth, to your wife. Would you get close to a female colleague? Very close.
Don't ask him that question. That's misleading.
I mean, if it was Kate Beckinsale or Jerry Halliwell,
if I was worked with Rihanna, I think better be pissed off that I didn't try and do something. Obviously, nicely, and within the law, and not Larry, and not anything alleged what Christian may or may not have done. We don't, whatever. Yeah. But what do you think, James? What do you think to this next chapter?
I think, when you think about it, this all kind of kicked off around about the same kind of time that Kate Middleton stopped being seen. And now there's these pictures of Kate Middleton with her kids and stuff like that. It's like, what's going on? And we're all going to have to wear tinfoil hats because the world's flat. And Kennedy wasn't assassinated and the moon landing's fake.
Are you seeing
Elvis is still alive?
Elvis is still
Christian
alive.
Horner could be the next King of England?
Christian Horner is Elvis.
I mean,
I'm glad you didn't call him Jimmy something.
Bombshells everywhere here.
There's that many conspiracies going around at the moment. It's just unreal. Annoyingly, after we finished, would you say recording? After we finished doing our thing that we do for this, hi Andy,
the podcast.
Yeah,
I went straight on TikTok. Yeah, that one, that thing. Yeah, I went on TikTok and straight away the first thing that popped up was it went straight to news about Red Bull, and apparently Jerry Halliwell had given Christian Horner an ultimatum. Of this all kind of, you've got to get this sorted out.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody's listening to this and you think we're taking the piss, download TikTok and type in Christine Horner. That's next level. And this is why I got rid of TikTok, because fucking hell, there's people out there that will literally do anything, record anything, say anything.
Well, it's off.
Christian Horner was the one on the grassy knoll who took the third shot at Kennedy.
I heard Christian Horner got an Oscar because he was in Barbie.
He sang I Am Ken.
Not as good as Ryan Gosling at the Oscars. That was class. to be fair.
Right. I know this is a podcast, but Slash, the fuck?
What are we saying
I mean,
here?
you,
Why
you
not?
know,
The actual
you
person
made it.
or shit in the toilet?
No, the person. He's like,
Why,
mate,
why not?
Okay.
you know you've made it as one of the guitarists out there, the lead guitarist of Guns N' Roses, who's done great riffs like Sweet Child of Mine and everything else. Do you really think he was stood there next to Ryan Gosling at the Oscars thinking, you know what, Slash? You've just peaked.
Yeah, because he also can just be Ken.
It's like, mate. Nah.
Slash has done everything. Come on.
I mean, Mark Ronson wrote
He's just
it.
done another
Like,
gig.
You
Slash has
performed
done
on
worse
stage,
things than that.
so drunk, you walked behind a speaker, threw up, and came back out, and you didn't stop playing the entire time.
exactly. Yeah,
But-
exactly. He's probably pissed.
You played a song from Barbie. That is all. You played a song from Barbie. That is what you're going to be remembered for when you die.
No.
No.
No. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
Any more news?
What?
Verstappen has given ultimatums as well.
Yeah.
I'm still on the Red Bull thing because obviously Helmut Marko is now being investigated.
Well, no, he's not being investigated. He was going to get suspended because apparently he leaked the text messages about Horner.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, this is what I mean. This is a gift that just keeps on giving.
But this is the thing.
Yeah, we're going to be talking for weeks.
We are for months. All this is coming out. Josh Verstappen's now saying that, like, say, Christian should be gone. Christian's saying we just need to all calm down and move on. Max is saying I just want harmony in the team. Helmut's going around saying I'm going to get suspended. Something big is at play here, and I think you talked about it. Go on, James.
Mexican standoff.
Yeah, literally. I mean, the Perez fans must be pissing themselves because they're watching all the rest of them explode. But I think you said it last week, Tony. Like, so 51% of Red Bull is owned by the Thai family, and 49% is owned by Red Bull Austria. And apparently they're fighting over it. They I think the Thais side with Horner, Austria side with Marko, Verstappen, and, well, both Verstappens. Ford, apparently, the engine supplier to Red Bull, are threatening to pull out of the deal for next year's engine. So Red Bull went back to Honda, and Honda have said, nah. To me, why is the lady that in question being suspended, yet Christian wasn't when he was investigated? That's also weird.
Yeah, I did think that. That was very strange. Because that might tie in for what I said last week, where Horner got the boys in, basically, got the lawyers out.
Do you think he's like clinging on the ledge, like just won't let go? Like, do you know?
No. I think it's the opposite. I think he's stood proud, hands on hips, on the cliff, saying with his shovel, like, this is my fucking team. I am going to fucking go. I am.
Here we go again.
Yeah. He's fucking on, what do you call it? Bastard, what's the planet called with the fucking lava? He's fucking right in that fucking massive castle fucking daft fucking butcher me, fans, if you're listening to this.
It's all a bit embarrassing for Red Bull. I mean, even today, Adrian Newey, it's come out like really, really strong links with him now going to Ferrari because he's had enough.
Please, please, fucking do it, man. Please do it. I will, if he goes there, and I'll say it right now, I will buy full head to toe Ferrari merch. I will fucking do it. I will do it. I'll get fucking Hamilton on my back. Fucking hell. I'll get the mechanics, everything. I'll cut my beard. I'll keep my tash. I'll go full on fucking full Italian for it. I'll learn
I'll drink
Italian.
oil, nothing else.
I'll live the
I'll
Mediterranean
talk-
diet.
Yeah.
I'll go to Maranello. I'll go on a pilgrimage to Maranello. I'll fucking do it all if he goes there.
Like
But,
James said, I think we're going to talk about this for months. I don't think it's almost like it is a standoff. Like no one's going to budge. Do we hope that it'll derail the season? Yeah. Will it? Nope.
No.
No.
The car's too quick.
No.
The car's too
The thing is, exactly, and that's the thing. That's exactly what I was going to say next. The car is too quick. I mean, what was it? It was 20 odd seconds. Yes, 22.5 seconds faster than Perez last week. 13 seconds ahead of Perez this week. But no one's talking about that.
No.
Everyone's still talking about Horner or
Yeah.
Marco.
They
And the only ones who's in there is bloody Max, and Max has made it quite clear. He went, look, if Helmut goes, I'm going.
Yeah.
He went, I'm not staying at Red Bull if he's gone.
That's quite bold from Max because he's been very neutral. Like, I don't really want, apart from saying, like, my dad's not a liar, he's been very neutral about it all. And for him to turn around in the press conference or the interview and say, well, if Helmut goes, I'm off. I just think there's more to it. And that's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, let's be honest, that Red Bull is so quick, they could put all the paperwork from these court cases in the car with Max. And it'd still win by quite a lot.
Yep. Well, we'll see. Tune in for the next chapter, chapter 3.
Of Horner's
dirty corner.
Horner strikes back, or the last of Horner.
Revenge of the Christian.
What, when he's like looking at, he's looking at Lewis Hamilton, he goes, I can feel your emotions. Take your saber and strike me down.
I was picturing more Red Bull car explodes, everyone has a party in the paddock. Yeah. And
loads of Ferrari are all sitting there confused, going, "That's our strategy F."
Yeah, all the drivers that have passed, they're all there, but as ghosts, and they're all like, just and then everything is back to normal. Anyway, we divest. We go on a tangent. Let's come back to Ferrari, and Felipe Massa has filed another lawsuit, guys. Against the FIA, Formula One, and Bernie. Confirmed filing of legal action in the London High Court after missing out on the 2008 WDC by 1 point.
As sang on Frozen, let it go. Please, just like, it was 2008. Also, that crash, yes, the crash was deliberate, orchestrated by Renault at the time, what is now.
Maybe.
No, that's not allegedly. They've admitted that. What they didn't do, Renault, is go to the Ferrari garage and fuck up their pit stop. They didn't do that. They just crashed the car purposely. You fucked the pit stop up, Ferrari, so why don't Massa sue Ferrari?
Hey, good point there. Bernie, call that guy. That guy's got the answers. Forget the lawyers, that guy. Mark Wilkin.
A load of bollocks. Fucking don't waste our fucking time. You couldn't win a championship. Fuck off. Right. What do you guys think?
I don't get it. You don't win something, so you want to sue. That's like being unsuccessful for a job interview and then suing the company.
Yep. Oh, well, I could have made thousands working for you. Well, yeah, you could have done. Yeah.
NASA, I wanted to be an astronaut and I failed the fitness test. Well, you know what? That's discrimination. I'm going to sue.
Yep. Because I could have been the best goddamn astronaut ever.
Yeah.
But
I walked on my hands.
What do you think, Tony?
I think it's just sad. It's sport. When we said this last season, it's sport. Things happen. Move on. Why didn't he sue in the couple of years after or the next year? Why now? Why nearly 10 years more away? Why?
I mean,
what's it going to achieve?
Well, he's apparently suing for the loss of earnings that he would have got as a champion.
So it's money.
It's money driven. So has he run out of money in Brazil? Is that why?
Well, what's he got to lose? Nothing. Has he?
Yeah.
Nothing really.
Ship to lose.
If he's got the money, he'll just lose the money trying to fight it. But then if he wins, then he's going to get a shit ton of money, innit? So.
But don't you think this sets a precedent? I mean, let's be honest. The most recent one, Lewis Hamilton. But I reckon you could look back in every single year of a championship and look at something that happened and gone, oh, well, they missed the title by 5 points. And if that had have not happened, we're suing.
Yeah.
It's a very dangerous road. Very dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, if I was Hamilton, what I'd be doing now, thinking, right, okay, let's watch this. Now, I know we've said this before, because obviously if Felipe wins anything because of that, then that should mean that Hamilton should be able to do the same thing for what happened to him, 3 years back. But now that Mass is saying, I'm suing because I lost the World Championship by 1 point, if he's to win that, does that then mean that Hamilton could turn around and say, well, actually, that means I'm a 9-time world champion because I lost the World Championship in my rookie season by 1 point?
Well, Hamilton might as well sue Alonso and McLaren because they favoured Alonso in one race. Oh, well, I'll tell you what, I'll sue him then.
Yeah.
That's true, isn't
ridiculous.
It? It's like full on. Yeah, it gets messy and it starts to really question a lot of things in the sport and sport in general. Kind of takes the fun out of it, really.
16 years ago.
I know.
Any more news? Moving on from this absolute farce.
I've got something. I've got going into another farce, but I don't know if I dare say this because James might make a comment that will get us banned.
Okay, James, you're not allowed to comment on this next news story.
Well, that's not fair.
Did any of you guys see the F1 Academy?
Nope.
No, I've seen bits of it on social media, maybe total in about 10 seconds. I've not seen anything else of it.
So the female Mercedes driver won the race, but then got a 20-second penalty because she didn't realise it was the last lap. So carried on driving at full speed on the cool-down lap, endangering people. James, lips sealed, please, because there's no comments there. Oh, certain drivers, no, okay. So yeah, she.
Is that even real? Is that real? Because I've not heard any of that.
Yeah. So apparently her radio wasn't working. So when she crossed the line, and she was going at full speed still, the team were trying to tell her, "You've won, slow down." She didn't see the checkered flag because this isn't sexist. She's lower down where the halo is. She couldn't see the checkered flag. So she didn't see the checkered flag. The radio wasn't working. She went full speed, and obviously there was cars slowing down and possible marshals and people coming on the track because she's won to congratulate her, and she did the lap at full speed.
Right. I mean, this raises. I've got more questions than.
Well,
why
James is burning inside. Look at his face.
For the wrong reasons. Let's make that aware for everyone listening and watching. It's no serious, and nothing serious is going to come out of this guy's mouth. I can compare that right now. So, how did she stop? I know that sounds a really silly question. Like, did she just carry on?
Well, so the next, when she got
all the other drivers like packed up and got out the car and gone for the debrief, she's still driving around going,
Well, apparently she got to the line again at full speed, and they were screaming at her, and apparently her radio clicked in, and they was like, "Slow it down, you've won the race." And she's like, "Oh, why didn't you tell me?" I mean, move it on, Tony. Move it on quickly.
Right, James, I've got a question for you here. I've got no more news. Have you got any more news?
Audi are now doing a full takeover of Sauber.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
I honestly think they are going to smash it. They're a huge company, and they're huge in motorsport. So I just think it's an absolute match made in heaven.
They're big in 4-wheel drive.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be cheating in a 4-wheel drive Formula 1 cars.
Mm.
Oh no, VW lie about emissions and stuff, not Audi. Sorry. Or do Audi? Audi also lie.
Nah.
No? Okay.
Nah.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Hey, Horner, 2026 Audi. Heard it here first.
Match made in heaven. Both liars.
Plenty of exactly everything there.
Yeah. They'll encourage
Right.
that type of behaviour.
For about 5 minutes there. What was your question, Tony?
So, no more news, but I saw this question from Puma Motorsport, and I would be really interested to see your answer. It is F1 related. It's nothing to do with burgers or beards or anything like that. You can only pick one of the options that I'm about to say. All right? One lap driving an F1 car, 5 minutes with a driver, talking to him, unlimited free merch for a year, handing over the trophy to a race winner, private headquarter visit of an F1 team, or a paddock club ticket for one race. This is why I've said it, because it's a head fuck, a massive head fuck.
What were they again? So
one lap driving an F1 car, 5 minutes with the driver, unlimited free merch for a year, handing over the trophy to a race winner, a private headquarters visit with an F1 team, or a paddock club ticket.
And by 5 minutes with a driver, it doesn't mean what you're thinking.
I mean, will Ryan run?
And the driver's alive. The driver is a driver, and it's not like you can do anything to him. He's just there, and he's like, "Hi, my name's Lewis Hamilton."
If Ryan Reynolds is going to drive for Alpine at the next race, then it'd be that.
Well, this is what I mean. You could go to the paddock club for Alpine in Miami, possibly.
In honesty, I would probably, as much as I'd love to drive an F1 car, I think I would go for the paddock.
Interesting. What race?
Oh, God.
I'll leave you, but think about that, Mark. What would you answer?
Drive the F1 car without a shadow of a doubt.
Oh, wow.
Without a shadow of a doubt. You can drive. I mean, let's be honest. If it's a Haas, if it's a Haas, right, and even if it's Alpine, I would take driving the F1 car for one lap.
Really? It's just one lap.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Just to feel. When I went in your Tesla, that was an experience in itself. That F1 car will piss all over that, and you think to yourself, to just experience that once in your life for one lap, no brainer for me. I love my cars too much.
I think on that answer, Mark, if you go to a physical race, you will absolutely. I'm not going to big it up too much, but you will like it. You're really going to like it, because when you first see them, it's like seeing fucking angels basically flying in the sky. That was what it was like for me. I'll remember it for fucking forever.
Yep.
The first time I saw them, I was literally just like, Like, yeah. But so yeah, okay. I understand that answer, but I don't know which one I would pick. I don't know. I think the HQ would be really cool. The merch, you could get all the merch, fucking sell it, and keep some stuff.
But you've got all the merch anyway.
Well, Newey goes to Ferrari. I'm picking the unlimited free merch. Fucking hell. I'm getting every single Ferrari product there is. I mean, a cars merch as well, right? Yeah. Technically.
You don't want to pass the trophy to a match winner because it means that you're going to have to pass the trophy to Max.
Yeah, that'd be shit. Yeah. And it'd be like 5 minutes and it'd just be like, cheers, mate.
When you pass the trophy in your Meerkat, he's not going to talk to you, is he?
So, oh, is that your foot that you use for the accelerator? Oh,
sorry.
And it'd be like, why is he still here? Fuck off. Right. Sorry. Paddock Club ticket, I think, edges it for me because you'd get the full. And the Paddock Club, you'd be in and around the race. You'd be there for the race. Prime seats, prime food. You'd get so close to the cars, the parts, the mechanics, the famous people. You name it, you'd be fucking in there. You know when they cut the camera to the people stood at the back, and it's always the fucking famous people. Like you're there. Like, whoa.
Well, I mean, you stood there with like Total Wolf, Bono, and stuff like that, and then behind you is some guy just nibbling on your ankle. You turn around, and it's Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey.
Sorry, Tom. Sorry, Tom, if you listen.
Like, yeah. But what race? What race? That's a fucking
Abu Dhabi.
Yeah. What? Really?
What? Last race of the season.
Yeah, actually. They put extra benefits there, wouldn't they? But then there'll be fucking a lot of people. There'll be a lot of fucking people there.
For the last race of the season in 2021, and I want to be in Mercedes paddock. Just so when Toto starts going nuts, I'm just like, shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, Monaco or Vegas.
No, I couldn't. Oh, man, you Monaco. Yeah, I've always said go to Monaco because it's something you've got to do.
You could go to a prestigious track.
That's not the word of the season. What was the P word we used last week? James used a P word last week.
I know, and it was good. Was it prolific?
I don't. No. What was it?
I can't.
Yeah, in the break. In the break, we'll look out. Anyway, moving on.
Was it
what?
Pardon?
Perineum.
It definitely was not that.
No.
It definitely was not that, because I would have remembered that. Anyway, there's a joke. The silence was everything there. Anyway, so, yeah. Should we get on to some racing? Or we can end the podcast right now. It's up to you.
Could do in a couple of minutes, maybe.
Well, I mean, we could potentially do it. We could finish it in 4 or 5 minutes if we really want.
I mean,
practice was shit. Qualifying went as per. Max won the race. Stroll crashed.
Thank you. See you next week.
There you go.
I mean, to be fair, you've covered all the weekend. Yeah, Stroll. I mean, to be fair, with Stroll, what did the engineer say to him? Can you drive the car back, Lance? No.
No, I'm in the wall. No, I'm in the wall. No, I'm in the fucking wall.
Yeah.
Well,
let's take a break here, and then we'll come back and talk about the race.
Go through the race. Yeah. See you guys on the other side.
Hey, you. Yeah, you that's listening right now, thanks very much for tuning into this episode of Straight to the Apex, the Formula One podcast from CookieCast. If you're enjoying this episode, why not like, share and subscribe? Whilst you're there, feel free to check out some of the other podcasts that CookieCast has to offer. If you like football, we've got a football podcast. NFL more your thing? Then the Laces Out podcast is for you. Maybe even a little bit of the wrestling. Just look for the Getting Over podcast on CookieCast. Maybe you want to listen to Andy's Darkest Timeline. It's there too. So, the F1 boys have probably got themselves a drink. It's time to get back to the action.
Let's go! Welcome back to Straight to the Apex. Apex? Or Apex? Your guess is as good as mine, guys. Get us all in the usual outlets: YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud.
Pirate it.
Spread the word. Don't do that. Please don't do that. It's illegal. Please don't do illegal stuff. We don't like it. It upsets us all, even James. So,
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia. That was so creepy. Saudi Arabia, Jeddah, qualifying. Any highlights from qualifying, guys? Joe didn't make it, unfortunately, because he crashed in practice. The usual suspects went out in Q1. Alpine, absolutely shite. Ollie Behrman again, nearly knocking out Lewis Hamilton to get into Q3, but he didn't. So many hundredths of a second or thousandths of a second. And Q3 was usual suspects. Max topping again, made it look easy, miles ahead. Anything else to add? No? Yes.
Hulkenberg had a red flag, brought a red flag out.
Yes. Car didn't work.
That is my only note from qualifying, because the rest of it was pretty shit.
Yeah, we want something to happen here. Just something. Is it because of the tracks and the climate? It's always going to be hot. That's what it is. Bit of wind. Sometimes they get a bit het up about the wind.
Again, Alex at work pointed this out to me. Have you seen the picture of last year's Red Bull next to one of Seb Vettel's Red Bulls?
No, I'm interested to see where you're going with this.
The size of it. Talk amongst yourselves. I will find it and put it in the group.
Beautiful.
Okay, so we're talking about the difference in size of cars.
Yes.
But that's more of an issue really with places like Monaco, where the track's not wide enough for the car, so no overtaking goes on. So,
yeah.
Are we? Well, yeah, but it's not that. I don't think it's that simple. I think technologically, we have, and engineering-wise, we've got so good now with artificial intelligence testing. Just the margins are just so much smaller, and all the teams are just so much more closer.
it's the only other thing I can say really, unless you're Red Bull.
Unless you're Red Bull, and it's a complete.
Unless you're Red Bull or Alpine, it's a stalemate.
I tell you, the biggest point I took away from qualifying is Ollie Behrman in an 18-year-old in a Ferrari in an F1 car nearly outdrove a 7-time world veteran champion of Lewis Hamilton in a Mercedes F1 car that he's drove thousands of times around the track that he's drove around hundreds of times.
Yeah, but you see,
what's going on? There's a point there that maybe the car has a lot to do with it, and that might be really obvious, but
I see where you're going now.
do you know what I mean? Like,
I thought you was because this is one of the things that always winds me up about the media, and it's just the use of words and the use of language where you can make any story, you can manipulate anything with the use of language and make it sound like you could have how you said that there. You could play that to make out Lewis Hamilton is dog wank now, because you're saying, you know, you're still wet behind the ears. You've only been driving an F2. You've been thrown into this car literally Friday afternoon, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
You've outdriven 7-time world champion, the GOAT.
Yep.
In Mercedes, which is normally a fucking really good car. But and it makes it sound really, really good. But you always need to compare apples with apples. Put them both in the same car.
Thank you. Is the Mercedes car that crap?
Yes. I've sent you both the image. So this is from 2023's car size against 2003's car size.
Not sure. There's 5 guys naked on my screen.
Oh,
sorry, wrong group chat. Sorry.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, the smaller one looks like a toy.
Yeah, that was 2003. So that is why Formula One, ladies and gentlemen, is absolutely shite.
Wow, the car's got a lot bigger, and that might answer my question that we were talking about while you were looking.
Yeah, 100%.
And I probably answered my own question that we've engineered a car so much and changed the rules so much that it is actually a completely different car to what it was so many years ago, and even more so years before that.
Well, it's all because of
as well, isn't it?
I totally agree with what you both say. Like you say, that's how technology moves. But the engines have got smaller because they're not V10s anymore. The 1.6s. It's all the batteries. You think that bodywork and the car size is that big because of all the battery power and the cares? Is that really a technological step forward? Because look at the size of them. Like before, they were maneuverable, they were dinky. It's like a fighter jet. You think the Eurofighter, it's small, it's agile. You know, it's basically in the air with computers because it cannot fly as a normal aeroplane. A computer has to tell it to fly. That's technology. Formula One, they've made these little agile fighters into a fucking tanker.
747,
I think there's two. I think there's 2 thoughts there. One is we are pushing an agenda of sustainability, and therefore we are trying to engineer and idea a car around that sustainability. That I think I've said this from day dot. That affects purists racing, because you're trying to make something that might not work but it's for the greater good of everything. And the second thing is, I can't even remember the point now. That's what we were talking about earlier. I think that point has culminated in everything that we were just talking about then, because it's driving. The car is so technologically advanced, and there's so many computers and data that goes into it. Even something slightly off with a veteran driver can make them seem miles slower than they actually are. And when you've got a good car with a half decent driver in, it can make them look very, very quick.
I mean, I said at the beginning about Ollie Behrman. Did he do as well as he should have done jumping in a Ferrari? Just on your point there, Tony, absolutely bang on. So Ollie Behrman qualified pole in his F2 car. And then it obviously had to leave pole to drive the Ferrari. The F2 car, all the F2 cars are exactly the same chassis, exactly the same bodywork, and they are a dumbed down version. So they've got a single clutch. They've not got all these settings. They've not got all these modes. They've not got all these different things that change, like a steering wheel that's got 20 billion different combinations on it, like trying to get it into Fort Knox. The fact that he was able to get from that dumb F2 car into the Formula One car and get it round, A, fair play. But then B, are you two onto a point, whereas because we're pushing this technology is it being pushed too much? Like,
I think, yeah, I agree. I do. I really do, because we're moving. Okay, I do. I think it's making it worse, but in the long run, better, because it's sustainable.
What is something we've all done that's got very little technology and has moved forward very little? Karting.
Yeah.
Karting is pure racing. It's pure racing. You've got granted, the Hull City Council ones and the same car because some are broken, but they are essentially 4 wheels, same car engine, and it's all down to the driver. Are we now in an era of F1 where the driver, like you say, Max is fantastic. Max is literally a league above everyone else. But is that because he's a gamer? And is that why he excels? Because really, you are driving around a computer, like the most sophisticated computer on the road today.
Very true. Very, very true. And I think, and this has happened actually, I think somebody's literally come from a driving on a game, basically, almost like a pro gamer, has a full everything, like simulator, and they've put him in a car. They've just trained him into a car that way, not from the traditional karting racing background. Yeah. I think it's probably something that's going to happen in the future, for sure. Yeah, that's a really good point. Really good point. But I think also there's always going to be teams with the edge. There's always going to be these rules, and there's always going to be some teams that just have more power to make a car quicker and better than another one. That's always happened. But going back to what I said earlier, I think the margins are a lot slimmer now, maybe, because of technology and because of the computerization of everything. Like, back in the day, maybe 20, 30 years ago, it was actual mechanical pushing the innovation that made one car faster than the other. But that was proper driving. That was proper racing, almost going back to karting. Like, it was I can't believe I'm going to say this, but it was an actual combustion engine in a car with 4 wheels. And that's a bit scary, that, when you think about, like, are we going away from that? I think we are, aren't we? We are actually. Is that the direction we're going in? Hey, I've said it already. Rainbow Road, it will come 2035. It's coming, guys. It's where else?
Yeah, I mean,
there's going to be power-ups soon on the fucking track. There's going to be fucking arrows on the ground to make you go quicker. Honest to God, I really think it's going to go that way. But yeah.
And just go back to what you said there, Mark, as well, with the whole, is it because technology is changing and stuff like that? Yeah, it will. It is. You know, Max is a gamer. He's more, you know, used to these kind of controls, but at the same time, he's going to have those kind of reactions. Whereas, you know, your older drivers, you know, your Lewis Hamiltons, your Alonsos, and stuff like that, they're not as used to that. But
look at the wheel. Look at the
Senna.
wheel.
Yeah, well, that's what I want to say. You look at Ayrton Senna.
Yeah,
him changing gear was genuinely a gear stick at the side of him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's how he died. How he died on a mechanical failure.
Yeah.
As simple as that.
Verstappen, Hamilton, Alonso in that car, would they be able to drive it as well as Senna? No.
Yeah.
In their car, would he be able to drive it as well as he could his other one? Probably, yeah, it's Ayrton Senna, but no, in all honesty, no, he wouldn't.
like you say, would Senna be able to get in a modern car? Would he look at it and go, "Well, I can't drive this. It's a frigging computer. Change what setting? Strat what? Nah."
I think they would, because they know the limit. Some people don't like us getting in a car. We don't know the limits of a car. We'd have to train for years. Even the F1 drivers now, they know the limits of a car, but when you get to like absolute veterans, they know they can go so close to the edge. They can push the edge almost. And Senna was renowned for doing that in the wet weather, wasn't he? Pushing the fucking car to past limits that people thought was there, but he'd just he'd push it even further.
Yeah.
Really, this is fucking hell. I've gone a bit deep here, guys. I'll go deeper, and we'll end this segment like this. Be appreciative for what you're seeing now, even though Max is winning, because 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, racing could be a lot different than it is now. We could basically, Saudi Arabia, Dubai could be the only thing that exists in the world, and there could be 25, 27 races, all in deserts, in oil barren lands.
That was.
It could be. That was. We could be on the bottom of the Pacific Ocean because there's 5 people, and they all have $5 trillion, and they've built a track on the bottom of the ocean, and that's where they have to race for marketing reasons, because them 5 people want it there.
And if they don't drive pull, I'm going to be really upset.
Yeah. But the moon is coming as well, and Mars. Atlantic. I could see one in the Atlantic for sure. Anyway, we died. Anyway, qualifying done. The race. The race. The start of the race. Did Lando Norris jump the start?
Well, he moved.
He moved. Did he jump the start?
No. Because he stopped.
I was going to say, even if you did want to say he jumped it, which you could effectively say, he started early, he stopped.
Yeah.
And Ali and Charlie also said it was he stopped and actually disadvantaged himself.
He did. He did. Yeah.
What a silly boy. From watching it, I just thought, whoa. Russell, Woody was all over it. Shit. He was fucking, fucking hell.
You know what?
Jesus Christ. Okay, Woody.
Miss, Jasper was running with scissors, miss. Shut up, dickhead.
He doesn't do himself any favours at all.
No. Anyway, we carry on.
Yeah.
Max Verstappen hits the front, and we don't see him again until he pits, and then he just blasts through everybody else again. Stroll hits the wall.
Stroll doing Stroll things.
He hits the apex. Damages his front left, then goes into the wall. Then we probably have one of the best comedy moments this season already of bring it back. He can't bring it back because he's in the wall. David Coulthard made an extremely good point here on F1 TV. Rookies make that mistake, and he's not a rookie. What was he doing?
He was going straight to the apex.
Yeah.
He was listening to us and went straight to the apex.
If you're listening, thank you so much for the plug, man. I owe you one.
On that corner, which all the drivers do. I mean, Max is just a legend at it. I mean, he can come within millimeters of the wall, and he got just a little bit too close. Came off and took out his steering, and then straight out the wall.
100% agree with you, though. It was a rookie mistake. It was a rookie error. He should not be making that. How many seasons has he been driving now? He should not be making that mistake.
Many. Anyway, yeah. Hulkenberg, 10 second. Was it a 10-second penalty? Was it Hulkenberg?
No, Magnussen.
Magnussen.
Yeah.
That's the only talking point, really.
What, the fact that he was a rolling roadblock?
I don't understand that. I
He was
don't understand
20.
how he got 10
Yeah,
seconds.
Yeah, he got 20 seconds, yeah.
He had the unsafe release, the causing a collision, and there was something else as well. So it came to 20 seconds, so then it was like, right, you know what? Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep all them guys behind you.
So Hulkenberg had plenty of time. Yeah. But again, that makes a mockery. Like, they couldn't overtake him. Because you could hear him coming off the throttle in that 3 or 4 corners where he just knew they have to follow me. They cannot go past me.
Fantastic racing. Anyway, Ollie Behrman, again, raced very well, did some good overtakes.
Yeah.
Points finish as well. Good race. Can't knock the kid. He didn't hit the apex and crash or do anything silly.
And this is the thing. I think someone made a good comment about it over the weekend. If Ollie had done that, everyone would have gone, it's a bigger car. He thought it was an F2. That's his LAN. Fair enough. But for Lance Stroll to do it again, like you said, Ollie drove well. He was very aggressive, but
I think, I agree, Mark. And you got driver of the day, driver of the weekend. For everything that was said about him, the pressure he must have been under at 18 years of age, knowing that this is kind of now or never. Like, if you fuck this up, mate, no one's really going to be coming knocking at your door unless you do something seriously good in F2.
With a Ferrari president also in attendance.
In Saudi, like, the big wigs are there. Like, this ain't no fucking track in the middle of Italy or something. Like, no, track in the middle of fucking God knows where. China. Good on him. Absolutely good on him. It was nice to see his dad in the paddock as well. And
I don't think Dad moved. I don't even think his dad blinked in that race.
No. But I was
Showing
surprised to see
emotions.
Carlos Sainz, like, obviously rushed to hospital with appendicitis, and he was back. He was back in the paddock.
We didn't even mention that, did we? We skipped over that.
I thought we mentioned. Did we not mention that?
We didn't. We just said Ollie's in the car. We didn't say why.
Well,
Um,
spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Carlos Sainz didn't drive.
Sainz had appendicitis and emergency surgery, by the way. Just to drop that in. Like his dad. Before, he was out and about walking around. Interesting.
Facts that was given in the race about Oliver Behrman. He's like, oh, did you know the day he was born, Fernando Alonso had finished second at Spain? He's like,
God, I know. Jesus, that made me feel old. Never mind him.
He's 18.
Fernando Alonso last won the World Championship the same year Oliver Behrman was born. He's like, fuck.
He's 18. He's 18. He's 18.
Don't worry, because in 20 years, when an 18-year-old drives the car, they'll be saying, Felipe Massa is still suing the FIA for the 2008 World Championship he should have won.
2021, Abu Dhabi. Christian Horner is on his 5th team and is now living in a 1-bed flat.
Now, Christian Horner will still be in charge of Red Bull in 25 years, but he'll still have allegations against him.
He's the only one left there.
Yeah, everyone else is
Horner.
Christian
Horner now wears all black with a helmet and lives on
no
a
F1 team anymore. There's no F1 team. Move on.
Moonlight space station. Is that a moon? No. Son, that's Red Bull.
Toto's sitting there looking at him going, he's more machine now then, man.
Wow.
Taking off his fucking helmet. It's like fucking...
Take off my mask, Max, so I can see you with my own eyes. Don't worry, we won't go on to the prequels or the last.
Santa's in the living room. Santa's in the...
Wow.
Wow. I'll love Star Wars if you didn't guess anyone. Anyway. I'm completely discombobulated now. I'm crying. I'm so happy. Anyway, yeah. Anything else to add about the race?
Not really, no.
Was it a mistake that Norris, Hamilton, Zhou, and Hülkenberg didn't pit? More so Norris and Hamilton.
Good point. It's an awkward one. Because I suppose at the same time, there will be some of them that will last.
Yeah.
And then, we can get them into the 30s and then we can get the softs on.
Yeah, absolutely. Safety car.
Yeah.
Late safety car, bang, softs on, off you go.
I think the only issue was it was all that close, and obviously Lewis and Norris pretty much went in at the same time, which was bound to bloody happen, and it just became a DRS train.
Well, yeah, Perez got a penalty for unsafe release. Was it in front of Alonso?
Yes.
And other people got held in the pit. They'd have double stacked at Met. They'd have double stacked at McLaren. They'd have got held up anyway. We'd have probably had a call from Lewis saying, "Why did you pick me, guys? Come on." They were damned if they do, damned if they don't.
Correct.
Yeah.
Thank God Australia's next. And thank God that these two tracks won't be at the start of a GP. I just think it's just completely nullified the start of the F1 season, because they practice in Bahrain, then they do a race. Yeah, it's pretty much almost, you kind of know what's going to happen already. You've got an inkling. And then you go straight to a street circuit in a desert. Where's the jeopardy? There isn't much, really. You can't, with Max winning everything. No wonder people are tuning in more to the fucking Netflix series and Christine Horner's journey.
If you could get rid of if you could get rid of tracks from Formula One calendar, them two would be right up there, wouldn't they?
Yeah. But Saudi Arabia is the quickest track. Oh, piss off! It's fucking boring. It's just boring. It's fucking hell. It's up there with Qatar. Qatar's just fucking. I joked earlier about the race being under the sea. It's just for rich, really rich marketing.
Yeah.
That's all it's there for. It's that's all they're there for. It was Aston Martin's home race because they're sponsored by the oil giant. Is it Aramco?
Yeah.
That's what at the end of the day, that's why we're racing there. No, there's no other reason. There's no prestigious private engineering manufacturer that comes from racing history, heritage, anything. We're there because of oil money. That is it. And if you are associated with them, they'll fly you in. And it looks great. That's the only reason why. Anyway, moving on. Anything else to add to this fucking appalling race? This race.
No.
We go to Melbourne next, then Suzuka, Shanghai, Miami, Imola, Monaco. So it's going to get better, guys. Stick with us. Stick with F1. It's going to get better. It should be pretty good. Max will keep winning. Max will keep winning, but it is what it is. Predictions?
Yeah. Don't really want to talk about them, but here we go.
Yeah, so I'll do the standings. So, yeah, we kind of all know the results from the race. Current standings now are as follows. Drivers Surprise, surprise. Max is on top, 51 points, followed by Perez at 36, Leclerc 28, George Russell, Oscar Piastri, Carlos Sainz, Alonso, Norris, Hamilton in 9th. Believe it or not, Oliver Behrman is currently on 10th.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
10 other drivers that no one gives a shit about. Red Bull Racing in the lead with 87 points, followed by Ferrari on 49 points, and then McLaren 28 points, Mercedes, Aston Martin, Haas, and that's it with the points. So, predictions. Mark. I mean, first of all, cock-ups because we both picked Sainz in some way, shape, or form, and then he got bored and decided to get appendicitis, which is just a bit selfish, really, if you ask me. But
I mean, we could have changed it. There was a text message that went out. However, there was no response from the FIA.
And then I spoke to one of the FIA representatives, and I got accused of going away from and speaking to them personally. So that's why I then messaged the group and said, do we have a spokesman? Can they please speak to the FIA? Because I've just been...
And the spokesman did nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Oh, look, because you know that the spokesperson could get a point deduction for that, and the spokesperson has got a really good lead at the moment. Yeah, nice.
I'm keeping well out of this. This has nothing to do with me. Hey guys, I watched the whole race, got to the last 10 laps and thought, yes, I've got fucking 7 points. And then looked back and went, no, Tony, you debated about second and you fucking put fucking Leclerc there, you dickhead.
I would be very careful because I'm getting messages from the FIA again right now.
See what I mean? Look.
FIA was not contacted, FYI.
Didn't blame the FIA. Didn't blame the spokesman.
When we have our next meeting, we can discuss these things and make sure that pathways are followed and policies are in place.
Okay. Agreed. Right. Hope you're still listening, FIA. We love you, really. So anyway, Matt, went Max, Sainz and Norris. You had 3 points. You took another 3 points, giving you 6. I had 5 points. I went Max, Perez, and Sainz. So I got 5 points, giving me 10. Tony, you had 4. You went Max, Leclerc, and Perez, giving you 3. So you are now on 7 points. On the ladies, Beth had gone Hamilton, Sainz, Perez. Started with 3, ended with 3. Charlie went Norris, Perez, Sainz. Started with none and still has none.
No, she got 2 for Perez.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Oh, I tell you, you're in trouble. Wow.
Look, I'm used to her not getting anything. All right. It's just
that's true. I was shocked she got 2 points. To be fair.
Oh shit! Here we go. There was a warning given last week for defamation of an FIA member. Fuck the FIA is another defamation. Final warning: 1 point deduction if this occurs again.
Don't care. Don't care. Go on, carry on.
Do it.
Right. 2 things here before we go on to our predictions. One of them, still haven't done the forfeit from last year. Need to get that fucking sorted out. Second one, I have thought of the forfeit for this year.
Okay.
Oh. I'm not good with spice.
Why? I didn't hear that. What was it?
The 1 chip challenge.
Oh, no.
Way. I'm not good with spice, and I know Mark. That would fucking kill Mark. That would actually fucking kill him. He's just got the shits from somebody at fucking running. So fucking hell, the 1 chip challenge is gonna need fucking surgery.
Anyway, host goes first.
Host goes first.
But it's me. I am the host of this podcast. Up until I lost it with the fucking Skywalker Star Wars Horner shit. Anyway, Verstappen's going to win.
Yep. Already put that.
And it's just a toss-up between second and third, and you can play it tactically if you really want, or you can just go balls deep and say Perez. But would I do that? Would I put Perez second?
Go balls deep.
I was gonna go Max to win. I'm gonna go Sainz second, and I'm gonna go Perez third. Sorry for wasting your ring there, but hey, fuck it. It'll probably come in again, won't it? Fucking bastard Red Bull.
Mark?
So Max to win. Perez second.
Oh,
Piastri third.
wow.
Ooh.
Likes that Southern Hemisphere. Yeah. See what you did there.
Yeah.
See what I did there.
James?
I have gone Max for the win. Perez second.
Surprising.
And Leclerc third.
Ooh. Interesting. We've all kind of took a different little route there.
A different route, yeah. It'd be a good one.
Wow.
I've got Charlie. Well,
go on. I was going to say the partners.
So Charlie has gone Norris for the win. Obviously, because she won't do Max. Now she has done up to being a bit more sensible and gone Perez second and Leclerc third.
I've messaged Beth and I'm awaiting her picks. Oh, sorry, I forgot Katie's not joining anymore.
No, she's out.
Well, while we wait for her picks, what's the actual order then? What's the actual? Did you say the order?
Yes.
Of the.
Yes.
Did you?
I mean, you can guess by his face who's winning currently.
We know who's winning.
Yeah.
It's just.
I'm on 10. You're on 7. Mark is on 6.
Nearly 5. I'm nearly on 5.
What about the ladies?
5. Say again.
What about the ladies?
Beth is on 3. Charlie is on 2.
Interesting. Interesting.
If I say that word twice, will I get a 2-point deduction or more?
I mean, you could try and find out.
Well, we've got 1 minute 44. Are the picks in?
No comment, and no, the picks are not in. Just bear with me 1 second. I will mute and I will ask my wife personally.
Mark, is this going to get really awkward and we're going to have to say bye on behalf of Tony and walk off?
I reckon so, don't you? Literally.
Oh.
We've got Max to win. Perez second. What's his name? She's forgot the name of the third person.
Oh, we can
Piastri. How long have we got left, Mark?
Less than a minute.
Well, thank you very much for tuning in. This is Straight to the Apex Season 3, Episode 2, Saudi Arabia GP, Jeddah, street track, same shit, different day. Horner is in Red Bull are in a corner. Max keeps winning. Maker still shit. Thank you, James. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Andy. Everybody, spread the word. Straight to the Apex. It's a good time. Anything else to say, guys?
No,
but goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you. Yeah. Bye. Until next time, Australia in 2 weeks' time. Melbourne. Goodbye, everybody.
So there you go. Another one done. Another one gone. What did you think? Did you love it? Of course you loved it. It was fantastic. Big thank you to the guys. Big thank you to you for listening and or watching. Before you go, please do consider like, share, subscribe and comment. Leave a review where you can leave a review. And check out the website. That's it. Check out the website. thecookiecast.com. There we've got social media links and an email button. And that way you can get in touch with us. Get in touch with these guys. Let them know how much you love their podcast. Tell them how amazing it is. all the good stuff. Right, that's it from me. That's it for this one. Till next time, I'm going to say bye, and I'll see you then.
Thanks for listening. If you like this episode of Cookie Cast, please like, share and subscribe.